Okay, hello. It is time for theme. And I want you to start by thinking about what do you remember that we've learned about ants. Now, we learned many, many cool things about ants, and I still think that they're one of the most amazing creatures ever. So, I want you to think of some of the facts that we learned. Maybe think about where they mate. That was pretty amazing. Think about who has wings, how long the different ants live. Remember, there's three types of ants. What are those three types of ants? What differentiates, what makes an ant become either a worker or a queen? How much can an ant lift? It's pretty amazing. How many stomachs does an ant have? Where do they live? I want you to think about all these different things about ants that we talked about. Um, See what you can remember. And just maybe take a moment to say some of those things out loud. You can even pause the video if you want to say some of those things. Okay, so I'm going to let you know what we'll be doing. This is very similar to some of the work that we've done in class, where we would brainstorm all those ideas and write them on our whiteboard at school. But since you're not here to help me brainstorm, I'm not going to write all those ideas on the board. And you just thought of many of the ideas that you had. Now, if you need some help thinking of some ideas, if you look down on the newsletter, there's one button that you can push on, and that'll bring you to a link where you and your family can read about some cool ant facts. And then there's also a video. It's a video that we did not watch together. So you can check out that video, and it will also give you some really cool facts about ants. They're just amazing, and even if you remember a whole bunch, you might want to check those out anyways, because ants are just so incredible. So I'm going to think of a fact, and I want you to choose a fact that's different from my fact. So I'm going to think of a fact. This is our fun. We're calling this the fun facts page of our ant book. So something really interesting about ants, something fun. I'm going to say that ants have two stomachs. Now, do you remember this? They have two stomachs. One stomach is for their own food, and then one is to collect and store food that they will bring back to the nest to feed to some of the workers that don't actually leave the nest. So I'm going to write that fact. Ants have two stomachs. So I'm going to see if I can move my video a little bit there. Ants have two stomachs. And just like we've done before, we'll do the writing on the lines, and then I'll talk about a picture in a moment. So I'm going to start with my writing. My letters are neat. I'm using lowercase letters, starting with a capital. No stylus writing. And I want you to make sure that there's meatball spaces. Ants have two stomachs. And at the end, an end mark, I'm using a period. Okay, so once you get your words written on the bottom lines, remember you'll have this paper to use, okay? So down here. Then you'll do a picture. And now I want you to remember that when we do pictures, our pictures match our words. So if I said ants have two stomachs, would it make sense for me to draw a queen ant flying off to find a new nest? No, because that doesn't match my words, okay? Ants have two stomachs. So gosh, that seems like a challenging one for me to draw. Not sure if I can do it, but I'll try my best. Remember that? We try our best. So if your picture feels overwhelming or seems hard, try your best, like we always do. So I'm going to give it my best try. So I remember that ants have three body parts. So I'm going to draw the head, the abdomen, and the thorax. And I remember there's legs that come out of the abdomen and some antenna. And then, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if an ant's stomachs are in its abdomen or its thorax. That is something I would have to research, and I'll have to let you know. So, for now, I'm going to draw them in the abdomen, and I'll look it up and see, and I'll write you a little note to let you know what I found out after the video. So, I'm going to draw one stomach and I'll draw another stomach. So ants have two stomachs. So that's my picture of an ant with two stomachs. And some ants have eyes even, so I'll draw the eyes there. Ants have two stomachs. So you'll choose your own interesting fact, draw a picture that matches it. Now I didn't color my picture, but I'd like for you to color yours. Remember that picture's always really cool too if you use pencil first and then outline or trace your pencil with a black marker, and then use crayon or other markers to color it in. Do really neat coloring. Remember, we try and color in one direction, try and fill in all the white. So do a really neat job, really careful with your picture. So you're going to write about the fact first, usually do the writing first, and then a picture to match your words. Okay, so that's the first thing that you'll do today. And that's the last page for our book, so we're ready to make the cover. So here's the cover. It says all about, and I bet you can guess what will go on that line. And then here's a picture. All about ants. That's right, you'll write ants on that line. And I bet you can sound out the word ants. Ant has 3 letters in it. And then for ants, we would add an S. So there's 3 letters in ants. And ants. Ants has, so there's an S on the end. So 3 letters plus an S makes ants. So you will, all about ants, write ants on this line. And then you'll see down here it says by, and that's you. You're the author of this book. So once you finish your cover, you'll find all your ant pages in your theme folder, so you can get those out. Right now they're paper clipped together, so you can get those out, put them in the order that you think is best. Usually the diagram page would come first so people can learn about the body of the ant, and then you can decide how to put the others. And then you'll staple it and your ant book will be finished. And then I included the books that you were already finished. So your otter book, your river otter book, and oh my gosh, I'm having a total brain blank. What was the other? And we did otters and gopher tortoises. So you'll have those 2 books in your folder that you can check out and look at and share with your family if you'd like to. Okay, so it's time to get to work. Remember all the facts about ants and decide one that you'd like to write about.